To Melbourne now, where police have revealed that drones will soon be flying over crowds at footy games.
So it's the grand final when it's, 5 points the difference, the hoot is gone, guys light it up for a shot from 55. The boys are all back at the station watching the drones, watching the footies, trying to catch terrorists. Do you think a few of the boys at the back might sort of, say, hey, turn the drone around, stop looking at the crowd. What's the kick?
And other major events in a bold new strategy to fight terrorism.
And other events. Well, that's a bit vague. I might a bit more specifics on where these drones are going to be, or otherwise they could just put them anywhere if they say they're going to be at other events without specifying what those events might be.
Details of the new plan will be announced later today. Police will also be highly trained to identify those at risk of radicalisation.
They've already got cameras all over the MCG. They've got full coverage of the SCG, the MCG. They don't need these drones at those grounds. It's already covered. We already know that. They've already advertised that's the case. And they can go up to 1 kilometre away from the SCG. They can spot people. So inside, outside, they don't need these drones at these sporting events, and they're not going to be used at these sporting events. They might fly them around for show, but they're not needed and they won't actually be used. So they might be there, but they're not going to be used. Obviously, this story about them being used at sporting events, that's just the cover to hide what they're really going to be used for. So what are they really going to be used for? So last year, all of our photos from our licences were transferred to the federal government, which means ASIO, the AFP, have all got our photos. And of course, they specifically got those photos to incorporate into their facial recognition system for tracking where we go from all the facial recognition cameras around the place. This is an accurate depiction, but just graphically shows that they've got cameras that up to 1 kilometre away that can recognise people's faces. They're going to point it all over the city, but they can't cover everywhere. So what do? These drones that they've got here as being at the footy are going to be used for other events. They're going to be covering the black spots when they need to that aren't covered by the cameras. So you might be thinking, well, okay, they've got plenty of cameras. They can just wait for the person to get to the next camera. Eventually they'll get there. But they want to see what they're doing in between. Now, let's just say they've been monitoring someone's emails and their posts on social media, and they seem like they might be a bit subversive, not too pleased with, bank bailouts and bank bail-ins and government policy, and might decide they want to organise against it. Well, they would certainly want to find out who they're corroborating with, and it's always handy. So one of the cameras, fixed cameras, gives an alert because they can just punch in. They can also track who everyone is and give an alert to when someone comes up. Oh, okay, so he's now gone through one of these camera spots, send a drone over, and, because he might decide he wants to have a meeting with somebody away from the cameras. Well, they'll have a drone there to capture it. I don't think that they won't be doing this, but I'll just leave you with sort of one last picture of just to where they're probably going to go with this, because a drone can really only film people, can't it? I mean, if they actually wanted to stop someone from being a terrorist for any reason, well, drone can't do that. It couldn't stop ISIS, couldn't stop Man Monis or the Bangladeshi woman who was a confirmed terrorist, the student. So let's have a quick look at this image, and if they want to take action, I think they might be going down this path.